Hi, I'm doing this video regarding Photoshop 23 with Ventura Mac. And I've been having this problem and many others, complaining about the colors being off or some issues being the prints are too dark, and the reason is since December or January, I'm not sure, I noticed that I couldn't keep my settings correct every time I found it by accident. When you go back, it does not keep the settings. So I'm going to show people what I'm going through, because when I tell people, go to something else, your colors aren't going to match when you're using the Epson F570 or the F170. This is what we've been running into, so I've been using Photoshop on my Windows program. So this is what happens. You go to File, and it freezes. File, New, and I'm gonna do a 5x7 RGB color 8-bit. I have 300 dpi, my background's white, and working in sRGB. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to bring an image in. Okay. I'll just use this one and make it a little smaller. Okay. So here's my image. And I'm getting ready to print. So when I go to print, here's my printer, as you see. I'm going to change this to Photoshop and you'll see what happens right away. Textile, got this. Now I'm going to go to the print settings. And this is again in Ventura. And you're going to go down to printer options. And when you go to color matching, there's nothing you can check. Not Epson, not Colorsync, so you can't choose your profile, the textile profile. We can go to printer settings and we can change this to textile, off no color adjustment. I will change this to what I usually do, take off high speed. I'm going through all the settings and I'm going to hit OK. I've got my roll paper. Okay. I'm going to go to Advanced, Save Roll. There's nothing I do here. I'm going to hit OK. And remember, we just set all these up. So now I hit Save. And we'll go back and you'll still see that I cannot get a color match. Now, this is how you get a color match. You have to change this to Printer Manages Color, which defeats the purpose, which takes out my black point compensation. Go back to Print Settings, go to Printer Options, Color Matching, and now I get it, but it defaults to automatic. When I pick Textile and I hit OK, we'll go down all these settings again. This is all OK, and this is OK. All right, so everything looks great. I hit Save. I get the error about the Colorsync, so I change this again to Photoshop. I have to change this profile, textile. Now I've got my black point, compensation, relative colorimetric, but it disappears again from my settings. Back to color matching, and I don't know what it's choosing. It's grayed out. And that's why people's colors are coming out wacky, because they're not realizing, they think when they set it and hit OK, that's what's going to happen. But I noticed there were too many complaints I was getting about the colors. So there's no fix for this. You cannot click this. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is leave it at printer manages colors, which defeats the purpose. And now we can choose it. But you see, it's automatic. So I've tried it every which way. I go to save. I get the same error. Go back to Photoshop. This changes. And this changes. So no matter what I do, here's color. I cannot, it's grayed out. I can't do anything when I have Photoshop manages colors. And the colors will be off. That I can guarantee. I even tried it, changing it in the printer, where go to printers and desktop. Where are my printers? So if I go here and options and change it to textile, even though I have that, it's still the same. So Photoshop manages colors, and I printed it so I know it's not the right color. Again, I can't choose. It goes to automatic. It's grayed out. Everything gets grayed out. These get changed again. Every time I leave, I have to reset them. I hit save, but if I go to printer manages colors, I'm okay, but that's not what I want. So that is the problem with Adobe Photoshop using a Mac Ventura. Save, and we're back to square one with the same problem. So I'm not imagining this. A lot of people told me they have problems, and this is a problem. And this changed too, I see. It's just not workable. So I just use it in Windows or Affinity. That is my best bet right now, because I don't have the problem in Affinity Designer using Ventura. So this is what I'm dealing with now. So if you have a problem in your colors, others are telling me, oh, print's fine, and I would love to see your settings the minute you go out of Photoshop. When you set them up and go back in, see if they're still there, because I can't. I've reinstalled, I've installed, I've reinstalled. I've talked to Adobe, I've talked to their forum, and there's no fix for this. So if someone has a fix for this, please let me know. Thanks.